Good morning, my friends. For those of you that are watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, or on my YouTube channel, welcome. And for my boot camp students that are participating in the live Zoom that we're doing today, welcome as well. You know, when I discover something new, and I'm discovering something new every day, we introduce it first to my coaching students, and then we introduce it in boot camp. And there's a lot of conversation going on today around Chat GPT. And about 2.5 weeks ago, I started working with some of my coaching students, showing them how to use it. Not only was their results astounding, but it increased the level of fun they were having. And all they were doing was using the scripts, plugging the scripts into Chat GPT that would revise and personalize the scripts any way that they wanted, change the nature of the message slightly, but increased its power. And in January, we're going to be releasing something very new. We're going to have a new training platform. I'm very, very excited about it. My plans were to introduce Chat GPT in December to all of the folks that are in boot camp and create a couple of hundred success stories that we would share when we released it. Well, I couldn't wait until December. You know, I'm already excited about what my students are doing on LinkedIn with their Recruiter Lite program. And so I'm encouraging, for those of you that are in boot camp, I'm encouraging you to sign up, take advantage of their 30-day free trial for those of you that have Sales Navigator, like me. We have to wait until the subscription expires before we can upgrade Sales Nav to Recruiter Lite. And Recruiter Lite, of course, is going to give you more access to great prospects, so you beat your competition. So I have added ChatGPT to the content of our November bootcamp. So if you haven't registered yet, take advantage of the extra content. Now, last night's first session, Create Your Profile, was conducted and posted. It will be posted and available for everybody to see probably by sometime tomorrow. You still have 3 sessions of boot camp to go. And using Chat GPT is going to produce fantastic results. A number of major economic changes are forcing experienced groups of professionals on LinkedIn to rush to find new ways to make money. And they're eager to learn more about your network marketing business. And again, how you talk to people, how you engage them in conversations is going to have a great deal of impact on who you talk to. Now, one of the things about boot camp, one of the scripts we have talks about, well, what do you say when someone says, someone sent me, I got the same message from 3 different people. And what Chat GPT is going to enable all of you to do is to take my scripts that are by now being used by tens of thousands of people, even the basic fundamental scripts, you're going to be able to modify using Chat GPT. Make it unique, make it yours. Every script in my script book with Chat GPT can be tweaked and modified to absolutely dazzle the people that you're talking to. So let me look in the chat window. Okay. Good morning, Judith. Caroline, this is a great example. We're going to see if we have time to jump in and show you what to do. Ryan, if you can't see the November boot camp in your account, write to support@maxsteingart.com and they'll put it in. Okay. Let me check the other. Catherine, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that this morning. We might be able to get to it in the 4 o'clock and the 1 o'clock session today, but we'll see. All right, now let me come over here to Facebook. I'm sorry, to LinkedIn. Now, one of the things that all of you are going to be able to do, and this is exciting. And by the way, last night's boot camp, let me come over here. Actually, that's not the one I wanted to bring up. So last night's boot camp is being loaded up. So all of you will have access to the recorded session from last night. We really covered a lot of information. And I just want to remind all of you that last night's session was all about creating your profile. So if any of you are here that have questions about the creation of your profile, this is the time to ask. Also want to remind you that you have access to the recorded session of the October boot camp. And in October, we had a 5th session on the daily routine of top earners. Well, in creating your profile, that was the subject last night, but I could not resist peeling back Chat GPT. in our next session on Tuesday, we're going to get into the heart of using ChatGPT. So when you're connecting with people, we have scripts for that. Communicating and qualifying prospects, we have scripts for that. There's overlay, duplication, and then closing the sale. And each one of these sessions are going to be devoted to helping all of you master the process of connecting with people, talking to people, closing more sales. Okay. Judith, I can talk to you about it at 11:30 my time. Okay, so it's in about 2 hours. Okay. Now, all right. So let's back over here. And so let's, or first for Ryan. I'm going to put in the chat window so you say that you sent me a connection request and a message inside LinkedIn. Okay, so let me come over here. Okay, so here you are. But notice when I tried looking you up, you didn't show up. So let's accept the request. All right, now let me open that up in another paste so we don't give away your excuse me. Okay, so let's look at your LinkedIn account. And let's look at the Facebook account. And let's look at your Instagram account. Okay. And let me come down and unmute Ryan so we can talk.
Morning, Max.
Well, good morning. It's actually, I think it's afternoon for you.
It is indeed.
Now, so this is how we work with folks that are in the UK. And for that matter, we have a number of people that are in Europe. We also have a number of people that are in Australia, New Zealand, and we have a couple of folks in the Philippines. So if you can't catch the live sessions,
Not always, no.
right, and you can't. So what you do is you can watch the recorded sessions, and then you come over here and you're looking to get your questions answered. And of course, everybody that's in boot camp watching me work with you can get their questions answered too. So first, let's look at your LinkedIn account. Now, love the picture. Headline, let's come down here a little bit and see. See this, your profile becomes your online resume, and we want to make people curious about what you do. So here, see, to be successful, first of all, what are you marketing and selling?
A few programs. You should see from my website. I've added on there as well.
Now when you say
Under
your website, we're not talking about this, are we?
no,
Okay. So,
it's this. It's under the website, under the contact info of LinkedIn.
okay, so let's see.
There you go.
So Freedom 9 to 5 now.
And that's it. And then that updates according to whatever programs are in. The main one, I need to just update that as a backup one.
Okay. Now, so how many programs are here?
There's a few. There's about 4 or 5 of them, I think.
Okay.
4, I would say, are the main ones.
Now, one of the things that the downside of what you're doing here is nobody has to ask you, what do you do? Because they can go over here, they can click on the website and look at all the choices. Now, there are going to be people that you're talking to that are specifically going to be interested. Not everybody's going to be interested in all of them. What would you say of all of them is the one that you can make the most money with?
The most, I would say, would be the Manifest.
Okay, and so what's that? What does that involve?
That's got a lot to do. It's got to do with real estate, Forex, e-commerce. It's a whole package in one.
Okay, and what does it take for somebody to buy it?
$99 a month.
$99 a month.
Yes.
Okay, but is there any upfront cost?
$99 to join, and then $99 per month.
Okay. All right. So if I was interested in getting into that business and I was looking for a way to make an extra $500 a week, how many people would I have to bring into the business to make that happen?
I would say about 5 people, because it's binary. So in other words, you also get downspool. So in
Okay.
other words, if you join people, people join underneath,
Right.
etc.
Okay. All right. So now, my suggestion is, number one, you come down here. Now, this professional online entrepreneur and mentor. What is this?
Me tried to help my downline team, so I need to change that, I think.
Okay. Now, so here, looking at your profile, you're a support engineer. You're still working as a system administrator for this company?
No.
Okay, so we want to update that.
So delete it.
Well, you don't have to delete it. You just have to put an end date on it. So everybody's got a story. And looking at your profile, you want people to look at your profile and say, okay, so who is Ryan? Ryan started out as a hardware engineer. And then while he was doing that, he did online support. And again, what we want to do is close it out, put an end date. Then, so you've been working on customer service, system support. You've been an engineer. Okay.
Correct.
Now, so during that time, you've gotten very, very familiar with ways, to make money. You're an entrepreneur at heart. And so in 2017, you were fascinated with crypto. A lot of people were. So this affiliate links group, what's this all about?
So it should be combined with my minting, I would say.
So what you want to do is you want to give it a unique name. All right. You don't want to describe it as it is. See, if you're in a network marketing company, you don't list the name of your company.
True.
If you're in Isogenics, if you're in Melaleuca, if you're in Jeunesse, if you're in LifeWave, you give it a name that will attract people to you, make people curious about what it is. And so the name would be down here. I wouldn't necessarily you want to make people curious about what you do. So here, let's say we give it a name. I'll just throw it out there. Making money online, or online, something like making money online, and you are, because it's you. You are the founder. You started it, and it gives people curiosity, makes people curious. What is that? You come up here, same thing. You want to give this the last 6 years we run an online business. So this goes all the way back. This is 12 years.
Yes.
So well, if this is, let's say, your network marketing activity, then you can also give it a name, like the International Association of Wealth Builders, or the Worldwide Wealth Building Network, or something like that makes people curious. And you're the founder, you're the CEO, and whatever you name it is going to show up here. The other thing you want to do is you come down here and you're showing high school, college. Now, what I would do, so you graduated from high school 36 years ago.
Correct.
All right. So people, when they typically graduate from high school, are 17 years old. So we could take 36 plus 17, and that would show everybody that you're 53. Am I close?
Close, 1 year out.
Okay. So really what you want to do is I would leave high school off. And what you want to do is, but you want people to see that you went to the University of Johannesburg. Now, and so it doesn't matter that you're putting the year in here, because people go to college at different ages. Now, if you just went to high school and didn't go to college, then my suggestion to all of you would be, don't list it. Don't list it. Even if you put high school without the years. Reason why? What people see, what people read about you, if you had your high school down here, a lot of people make assumptions. There's nothing wrong with just being a high school graduate, but If there's nothing there, they have no idea what your educational level is. If they see high school, some people will make an assumption that, okay, your level of education, and I'm not talking about everybody, I'm just talking about some people. So we want to be as informative as possible. We want to be as positive as possible. Okay, now, network marketer has to come off. Why? Because people on LinkedIn, people on Facebook are being inundated with people trying to sell them things. And what's happened, unfortunately, is that here's a perfect example. Here's somebody down here sends me a connection request. So Lisa is a sales specialist. So she sent me this today. I'm a powerful pitch person. Look at her profile. All right. So the question is, so she's coming right at me. Trying to sell me something. So we come down here. So she's been doing this for 23 years. She started out, let's look at, so the question is, graphic web designer, inspirational speaker, television host. So she got her start in yoga, and she's doing all these other things. Now, the question is, so let's come back and look at her message. Powerfully persuasive. I recently hired a team to revamp my brand, and the results have been amazing. So they now handle all my client projects. Let's connect on Zoom to boost your business. Whatever happened to a law? Whatever happened? So, you see what I'm saying? People are coming out. Now, somebody like this, for those of you that are product-oriented network marketing companies, while she's trying to pitch you on this, the question that you'd want to ask, hey, thank you so much. What kind of professionals do you work with? What kind of professionals? Have you ever worked with anyone? So, whoops. Now I have to. Have you worked with many network marketing professionals? Now, the only reason you're talking to her is you want to find out, has she worked with any network marketing professionals? If so, what companies were they in? What does she know about network marketing? And I'm sure she does. Has she ever personally participated in any companies? Is she working with a company now? Because if she's not, because everything that she's doing, all of the things that she's promoting here, does not generate residual income. Unless, of course, you're going to pay whatever this system that they'll put together for you, a monthly fee. And people typically don't, they may try it for a month or two or three, and then they stop. So but people will pay month after month for consuming a product or a service. So the nature of the conversation you would have with her would be, she's trying to sell you. Now, she's saying here that I recently hired a team to revamp my brand. So are we talking about working with the team, or are we talking about working with you? And if we're talking about working with you, here's a concept. Most of the people in this particular field that are inspirational speakers, that are coaches in all different areas, most of them have an affiliation or a connection to a network marketing company that has products or services that will generate a side stream of residual income. So now she becomes a prospect for you, maybe. You're not here to buy this stuff because you don't need it. You don't need a website and search engine optimization. That's old school. That's prehistoric. Who needs a website? Nobody needs a website. If you're selling something and the company already has a website, then you meet people on LinkedIn, you meet people on Facebook, and boom, you send them over there. Graphics and so social media management. Man, you really want to be making money, some serious income before you're going to hire somebody to manage everything, because it's not hard. An hour or two a day, 3 hours at most, and you're talking to people. Virtual executive assistant. So this costs money. All of this stuff costs money. And it's none of this you need. So we are impressed by what you have accomplished. Congratulations. But who's is this your, so what are you promoting? Are you promoting your team? Are you getting some kind of an affiliate commission when you send them business? The ultimate destination for all of this is what? Find out first, what experience does she have with network marketing? And the reason you don't want to have anything on your page that's remotely smacks like this is because I can go back over here to my network and I can look at all the people that are trying to sell me stuff. And the new LinkedIn model, well, here's somebody. Would you like to help people with balance, strength, pain, anxiety, and weight issues? So he's trying to sell me something. Okay, so here's a motivated entry-level job seeker ready to learn and grow. Here's some, so people get bombarded with this kind of stuff. Let's come up and take a look at your Facebook. Now, one of the first things, let's look. Now, how many friends do you have on Facebook?
Not sure. I haven't checked.
Okay, well, let's go over here and see if we can see. Well, at least you got no friends that show. Okay.
Correct.
So,
Set up according to you.
Yep, exactly. So here's the thing. You're already connected to people. And what you can do, let's look at contact and basic information. So these are things that, there's some other things in here that you could, turn on and open up. But if you took, go over here and look at photos. So let's take this picture right here. All right. And I'm going to, now you put this up in April of 2018. So if you were going to repost it and just repost it, what's going to happen is people are going to see that you're posting something from 2018. So instead, what you do is you take the picture. I'm going to send you a friend request. So let's come down here and I'm going to pop it in there. So just take that picture, repost it. And you can see how many people that you're connected to are going to reach out and they're going to come back and they're going to say, hey, Ryan, love the picture. That is the fastest and easiest way to restart a conversation, to re-engage people that you're already connected to. So, as opposed to reaching out and going through that warm market list where the results are a disaster. What you're going to do is just by changing your picture on Facebook, on LinkedIn, let's come over here to contact information. Now, so one of the things that when's your birthday?
15th of August.
Okay. So what you can do, you come in here, you change your birthday. And let's make it November the 15th. And that's going to trigger birthday wishes from everybody that you're connected to. Another thing that you can do, see, if you go over to everybody on LinkedIn has a feature that will enable you to basically see what people are doing. And that is called celebrations. So you can see people who are announcing new jobs or the job changes. And there are some things that you could do. We went over it last night where you could restate what you're doing, post it up here, and everybody that you're connected to is going to see that, you started something new, even if you've been doing it for 20 years. So let's come down here a little bit. Okay, so Chris Davidson, he's a good friend. I worked with him years ago. Chris is responsible for creating or building Eddie Besoso's Make Green, Go Green thing. So if I pop over here and look at the message, the last time I spoke to him was up to the beginning. So we're talking about 2019. 2019, no, it's early. It's earlier than that. So you can see who you've had conversations with. Now, wait a minute. This is congratulations on Dr. Lisa Hart. So is this the same thing? But the real power is birthdays and work anniversaries. So you come over here. Now I've been connected to her for 6 years. Have I ever talked to her? Not really. You're going to come down here, you're going to see people that you've been connected to for years. So here's 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And you're going to be amazed at how many people you're connected to that you never talked to. So this gives you a whole new opportunity to resurrect. You're already connected to these people, to start conversations. And it's going back and restarting conversations that's going to blow up your business, especially if you've been doing it for any length of time. I'm going to bring up, because I love success stories, Sam. Now, Sam is in Australia. And let me make this bigger. Whoops. Let me make this bigger. So Sam has been through a couple of boot camps over the last 2 years. We started working together. I think it was in February. And so come down here. He explained what his goals were, what he's signing up people. Needs 10 people on this side, 10 people on that side, whatever it is. And so I gave him a script to go back and contact all the people that he was previously connected to. Let me come up. So you take an accounting of, so here. So we did this on the 8th of March. We went in and we looked at how many people he was connected to. He was connected to 4,700 people. And out of those 4,700 people, 200 were investors. These are the people that he wanted to talk to, that had the greatest possibility that they'd be interested in what he was doing. 1,200 business owners, 41 bankers, 16 Forex people, 281 financial investors. So it was 738 people. So 37% of the people that he was already connected to had the greatest probability of being prospects. So gave him a couple of new scripts, showed him how to reconnect. Some of these people he hadn't talked to in 2 years. Restart the conversation. And of course, the things that he was going to post had to be relevant to the people that he wanted to talk to. So like failing to plan is planning to fail. Hope is not a plan. Planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it today. So he's posting things. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as being stuck somewhere you don't belong. The price of doing the same old things is far higher than the price of change. All right. So now let's come back. So here are some other ones. To get rich, you have to be making money while you're sleeping. What you post. Progress has little to do with speed, but much to do with direction. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So he's posting things. It's not about ideas. It's about making ideas happen. So he's posting things to all of his already connections. It's not about, okay, we did this one. The best preparation for good work tomorrow is to do good work today. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. So you develop a posting strategy that's going to appeal to your specific audience. So 2 weeks after we did that, send me this. It's been a crazy 2 weeks since our last coaching session. I sponsored 12 people. 12 people in 2 weeks. That's almost one a day. By talking to those people. And then a week later, hard to believe I'm writing this to testify to my success. I've always been wanting to send you a testimonial. Thanks to my coaching, I've added 21 new team members in the last 3 weeks. That's one a day. Your coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months, stuck, not going forward towards getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90% of the people he's talking to. Why 90? Because he's only talking to people that he knows need what he has. And once during the conversation, once it becomes apparent that they're not a prospect, he stops. Before rejection is ever a possibility. So the end result is this. 9 out of 10 people that he goes the distance with are signing up in his business. Now you're all heading down the same road, and he's selling a $5,000 package. Now I'm going to be back at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And so if we have time, we'll look at conversations. But for those of you that are in boot camp, if you want me to look at your profiles, we'll do it then. And so, Ryan, keep tweaking your profile. Every time you make some changes, what we want to do is we want to put you in a position where even while you're making changes that will trigger conversations with people that you're already connected to. And for those of you that are watching this and you haven't registered for boot camp yet, I encourage you to do it because it's early, but I'm introducing ChatGPT to the whole process. At 1 o'clock this afternoon, I'll demonstrate a little bit about how it works. But for those of you that are in boot camp, we're going to literally step you through the process. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. There's no reason why you can't be talking to 10 people about your business every day.